Apparently we are streaming. Oops. Hello.
Are we live?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Oh wait, I'm on auto power off. No, it's down.
Don't auto power off. This is going great.
I forgot to put the power supply in.
Hi, Caitlin.
Who's on the seat, your daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me plug it in.
So this is the awkward and we're attempting it.
This is the, hey, we forgot to plug the camera.
Three Old Tech Dudes live stream from ARRL Field Day 2020. We've had about 15 people out today. We've had new club members show up. We've had...
Is that delayed? Oh, it's just delayed.
It is delayed.
Okay, there we go.
So you got Timmy and Nathan here. We've, I would say we haven't run as many contacts as we wanted, but we are...
It says we're live.
Yeah, I see. We're getting it done. We've got a bunch done here, so been running some 40-meter FT8. Nathan's been over there on his new old ICOM he bought recently.
Yep.
Running 10 meters primarily, and we've had some
20 just now, but yeah.
Had some other guys here running.
Go to the chat.
20 meters and all kinds of stuff. So.
One says hi, Dan.
Yeah, I think that's my daughter, Caitlin. So it looks like I've got about 37 contacts between 6 meters and 40 meters on FT8. I'm gonna go ahead and run some more here maybe while we're talking. So
I'll run the camera.
All right.
And I'll bring you guys over and show what we're doing, or try to show what we're doing. Hopefully I won't break this. Yeah, just leave it in the chair.
You can show them
I'm tethered.
So I'm running 40 meters. I'm running 2 kilohertz off of the normal frequency, trying to get the bottom edge here, which is working. I just got called by NE1C there, 2 alpha.
This is where we're at right now.
So we're having success down here because the band is so full on field day, people start moving to the sides of it. So, and I'm having some luck calling CQ. I've discovered a while back an issue in the meter on my antenna tuner, because I would get flat SWR on the ICOM's meter, but you'll see here in about 5 seconds that meter shows it's 1.5 to 1, but we put another meter in line.
Yeah, we put my meter in line.
Yeah, so,
and it shows something different, so we'll show you the difference.
There you go.
So there's mine. You notice
that's flat where you listen to SWR.
Down.
So.
And
then it went away on us. Here. There you go.
And see that one?
That's not.
This one should be down. It should never move, and it does, because this one really doesn't move at all, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah. And I was showing the same on the digital meter on the radio, so I suspected the radio was more accurate than the several years old MFJ meter. So something didn't get calibrated right.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
So I'll show you real quick the radio that I purchased, which is right there. And it's working, which is great. And ignore the mess on top. We actually unplugged this meter was on the top of it for tuning, but we wanted to check the meter in his actual tuner, and of course it's not right. So yeah, it's over here right now. And then we looked at our clock and went, oh yeah, we're supposed to live stream.
Yeah. So we're a mere hour late, but hey, we said we'd do it. We did have Greg from the Shacking Off channel here. He was running a 7300 earlier. And did for a while, and then he had to head out. So it's got a lot of in and out today. Tonight I'll be doing some message handling with the W9SU Club in Indianapolis, the Indy United Amateur Radio Club. We did successfully establish communications with them on 6 meters this morning and tested that with a beam we've got outside. So
I think if I'm careful, I can move this over here.
And it's worked really well. So,
don't break it, Timmy.
Yeah, if you have any questions here, we're just going to run radio for a while here, and we'll be watching the chat here. Like I said, we got about 4 viewers going.
Yeah, I have the chat up on my phone right here. So.
Yeah, so And I just worked Whiskey Delta 9 Hotel November Zulu in Wisconsin, it looks like, on FT8 40 meters.
Just to make sure we're good, I want to turn my Wi-Fi off. That way it streams from cell network.
Justin abandoned us today, at least for a bit. He thought his high school reunion was maybe a little more important than 3 old tech dudes.
I know, can you believe that? I mean,
I have to give him some grief for that, so. This guy can't hear me, I guess, I'll tell him now. Give it all to him. There we go.
more power, give me some more power.
Answer me.
Hear me! Yeah.
Somebody's transmitting right over the top of me, so you'll have that.
Yeah, it's over a little bit there. There we go.
So our crowd is quieted down. You'll have that sometimes. A lot of people like to come out on Saturday right at this start or 2 o'clock. We had lunch today at noon. So everybody enjoyed that. Grilled some burgers.
Yeah, noon, 1, 2,
Noon,
3.
1,
yeah.
2.
There's still piles of food sitting over there.
Well, I guess I didn't work this guy. He done disappeared.
No.
And who was just stomping on top of me?
I don't know.
Guess
Is that one dude?
Guess I'll try K4 RET. R-E-T.
Hey, if you are on field day right now,
Comment. Are you there right now?
yeah, if you're there now, but if you can get to us, we're at 7.072 on FT8 right now.
You'll see Whiskey 9 Golf Uniform Sierra way down there. So.
Yeah, we're running our club call, which was for Gus Grissom, and we got it for Gus Grissom. Thank you. So, let's see. Yeah, you'll see W9GUS, and it'll say Echo Mike 68 or EM 68 after that, or it should. Yeah, that antenna's fine. Yeah, your meter's just
it's clearly not trustworthy.
it's inked out.
Yeah, I kept looking. I would get it flat, and then it'd say 1.5. I'm like, this makes it didn't line up. So then I'd adjust the inductance on my roller inductor tuner down or up or whatever, and it would go flat here, and then that. I'm like, well, this is right.
Yeah, and so we put my Daiwa meter in line, and just to make sure it has like a double check, and yeah, it shows it's basically a perfect match. Yeah, so the poor old MFJ, it's not quite right. It does work as a tuner.
It's not even that old.
Well,
I bought it used, but the other guy never hardly used it. So.
yeah. So hey, we're up to 5 people watching us now.
Yeah. Greetings.
Is there a way to see? There's got to be a way to see.
Only if they comment.
I think we can see from our thing. We can't see from. I'm in as me, so one of them is me, but
Click around.
maybe a little bit. I don't know.
I think you just get analytics.
Current viewers.
Yeah.
That's okay. Hey, there's 5 though. That's good. I mean,
Yeah.
we're just having fun with this. So
I tell you what, they keep creeping further and further down the waterfall.
turn that way. It's only 2 to look for. So I think let me zoom in.
Yeah, go ahead. I can work it from the side.
So when we say waterfall, I'll put the camera around here. We can see. Okay, so that on top, that's the waterfall. That's this part up here.
I'm currently transmitting way down here. This is considerably under where you usually operate 40 meter FT8. It has a special field day mode, so instead of your signal exchange, it sends your field day exchange. So in our case, 3 Alpha Indiana. So
Yeah. So that's what. So this program is WXJT, right?
WSJT.
WSJT.
X.
Yeah, yeah, WSJT-X. So that's what it looks like if you're curious. I know you're noisy radio.
I'm set to calling CQ down here at the bottom to see what I land. So you're not going to get everybody out there, but it's kind of a feasible thing that you're just looking for a space, So.
Yeah. And that's kind of cool. It's one of those like neat modes. This is actually called a digital mode. Another type of mode would be like voice as a communication, or Morse code, just called CW. So in this case, it's a digital mode. It's a data transfer.
You still zoomed on that?
Yeah.
So if you look here, I've halted my CQ. I'm gonna go ahead and back up to the middle, and the radio is connected to the PC and it's able to, so if I move my dial slowly, the software follows. So now I'm on 7074. And this is what it sounds like. There's a lot of hams out here on this band today. That's what the waterfall sounds like.
Isn't that great? Or not? It's like something out of a horror flick,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I'm gonna have to adjust. I'm having trouble getting my NTP time sync to go. I'm quite off here, so that may be why I'm not getting a lot of answers. I'm gonna have to adjust my clock somehow, probably against WWV here in a minute. So, actually, I'll better just do that now. So,
Can you receive them?
right on 10. So I'll wait for the next
Your
minute.
attention, please. The Military Auxiliary Radio System Organization, or MARS, will provide announcements on minute 10 of the WWV broadcast and minute 50 of the WWVH broadcast. These announcements will provide information to participants regarding the purpose, date, times, and locations of the exercises. Announcements will air 2 weeks prior to and during each exercise. Please go to www.doenars.org for more information.
It's right on.
It's gotta be in closer.
Episode 23 hours, 5 minutes. Coordinated universal time.
Because I'm gonna do that right with the tone. That's not right.
You got it. It's a little wrong.
Well, this is going the heck in a handbasket.
We can't figure out how to set time. Just kidding.
We'll do it. It's a 19. I do know military time. I'm just slow today.
Serious. What you doing?
Trying to set our clock. Waiting for the next tone.
Just setting time.
What a ridiculous video. At the tone.
That's the tone. The time will be boredom.
Episode 23 hours.
This is such UTC.
Coordinated universal time.
There you go.
That's better. Now let's see how our time sync looks.
Yep. Now we're back to the horror flick sound.
That's better. I want to see closer to 0 most of the time. And 0. So we got it synced for now until it floats again. Alright, let's see if we can nail any of these guys. CQ only, please. My goodness. How about you? You're good.
Okay. So I'll go back to, I'll give you guys a bit of wider shot. There we go. So we're, set it back up. There we go.
Oh, I didn't want to hold my train yet. Hey, I got him.
There we go.
I got him.
All right.
RRR.
So that's what field day is. So field day, if you don't know, is where amateur radio operators take a bunch of their equipment out into the field, or in this case, not home. And it's effectively a game.
Basically.
So the job is you try to contact as many people as you can in the 24-hour period that it is on. So in this case, we are running the call sign W9GUS, right?
That's right.
W9GUS. And we're trying to contact other amateur radio stations. So for example, our full call is W9GUS 3 Alpha Indiana. So we are a 3 Alpha station, which is a number of transmitters plus our designators to how we're running power, and then we're in Indiana. And then we're trying to contact other ones. For example, one of them is, let me find one.
Working Whiskey 5 Charlie Japan Alpha right now.
Yeah, and he's also 3A Indiana, which is pretty cool.
He's a 1 Delta Mississippi.
Yeah. Oh, you're down, he's down there, sorry. 1 Delta Mississippi. So he's running a single station. D is commercial power. I
Yeah,
believe.
usually it's a guy at home.
Yeah, and then he's in Mississippi, or is it?
Yeah.
Mississippi, okay. So that's how that works, and you have 24 hours to contact as many people, as many, stations as you can, and there's scoring and all that kind of stuff, and it's actually listed later in the magazine called QST, which is from the American Radio Relay League, and which I have one around here somewhere, but you can look up ARRL or ARRL.org and see that, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I hope keeps going to sleep.
No.
I can't tell if someone tries to say anything. So, it was just there. So, anyway.
So we're running this with the ICOM IC 7100, which is my current main HF rig.
It's nice radio.
Done a lot of 2-meter stuff with it too on single sideband. That's been fun. I worked about 175 miles out with FT8. It's got a lot of ability to hear lower than noise level signals. I think that's how you describe that.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, so my normal home radio is an ICOM 746 Pro, I can't remember, and it is similar to the capabilities, but not. It's older, so this one has newer capabilities to it.
It has all the same features, including the same exact
Almost the same screen.
scope ability that
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty similar.
So, yeah, it's really similar. And I also just picked up an ICOM 751, 751A.
Classic.
It's an old radio, yeah. That I plan on playing around with on my vacation because, I don't know,
We're gonna make an attempt to contact each other on 40, about 2 state between us. It ought to work, maybe a little NBIS if we're lucky, so. Oh, show them your antenna you bought now.
So, when I bought the radio, I also bought an antenna from KB9YOJ, makes these antennas.
Hey,
So
look
I'm
here.
gonna-
There's Greg KD9MUG working me.
So
From
you
down the road.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
KD9MUG is Greg from Shacking Off. So we might have to mess with Greg a little bit. just a little bit. I already told him I'd do that anyway, so. Because he was actually out here today, so. But this next week I'm gonna actually open this thing up and I'll video the whole thing. And we'll probably do a complete video on how it works, talking back from, I'll be in Tennessee, so I'll be talking back from Tennessee to Bedford.
Yeah.
So we're technically Fayetteville, but same idea.
He's there. I knew he would be.
There's Greg. Can't believe you left, Greg, before we went live. I thought you'd want to be on here.
Publicity lost.
If you guys haven't seen Shacking Off, it's funny. They're just funny videos.
People don't ever think of ham radio and comedy, but it's apparently a thing now.
Oh yeah, it really is.
And they got some good documentary style videos too. on
Yeah, there's
code
several. Yeah.
keys,
Oh
and
yeah,
They did one on the ship's clocks that I think Norm had. That's pretty neat.
that was good. I like that one. Yeah, that was nice. And I didn't know the stuff on the ship's clock either, so that was actually pretty cool. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Well, let's see who else. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, come on. There we go. Gotcha. There it goes. I lost the stream on my, it's still going.
Well, yeah. We heavy edit our videos. That should be obvious if you've watched more than 5 seconds of any of them. So
Yeah.
this is more like what an actual shoot would look like if we don't have a show map, and we don't. We're just, hey, what's happening? It's field day. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. You know. So.
Yeah, it really kind of is.
And we kind of waited till most other people were out getting dinner or whatever they're doing. So we're holding down the fort around here. Most of it with us so far. So
Yeah. We're trying to have some fun doing this stuff. So anyway, but this is the kind of thing you can do in ham radio, which is one of the things you do in ham radio.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of enjoyable. the FT8 is, so a lot of times if you're not running FT8, you're running voice, you'll actually literally just talk to people.
There's a call for you, N0LD, in old,
No.
in old.
Old. Nice.
We should do a show sometime on strange vanity calls. I've seen Wood, W0OD. I've seen.
Well, one of the guys in our local club is actually FRT.
Yeah. There's a ham radio club in California that comes from the BBS scene. We mentioned this in our bulletin board system video almost a year and a half ago. Call is WD1CKS. I'll let you do the math. So.
Oh, that's so bad.
So that one through.
Yeah, I don't know how some of these calls get issued, but they did. Oh my, yeah. I'm trying to think some of the other ones I've heard. There's some that are really, really inappropriate now when you put on YouTube because they're like, really? How'd that get on there? But
I'm trying to find an empty space here and do some barking. So it looks like one. It's been empty about a minute and a half. That's close enough on field day.
there you go. Yeah, if you guys haven't liked the video, make sure you hit like on the video.
That helps us. We are so close to 1,000 subs. I know we have viewers from lots of neighborhoods. We have a little bit of 8-bit, we have a little bit of synthesizers, we have a lot of ham radio guys. We have a lot of electronics repair guys, so we're one of those terrible unfocused YouTube channels. Actually, we're not. I don't think we're terrible. There's worse than us. We're kind of like Wayne's World, you know. We're like, I think one critical comment called us, this is like a terrible cable access show. I'm like, that is exactly what we're trying to be. I mean, we do things with camcorders and wire string across rooms, you know. So we're just glad you watch and hang out with us because we're just here to have fun.
What is an HD camera though? I mean, I spent money on the camera.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, a little bit of money. Over just a hair. There we go.
Like I said, leave a comment if you're watching. We're just trying to rack up some field day points. We got a lot of the bonuses.
And I am watching the comments, and they're also showing up on here.
We're going to be doing some radiograms later, like I said, with Whiskey 9 Sierra uniform. Yes, W9SU. They're actually set up just east of Mooresville, Indiana, where the old W9 RCA and RCA employees used to have they had a park there when Thompson RCA was in Bloomington and Indianapolis. So because they're using a W9 RCA as a go-to call, and that was the RCA club's call for 30, 40 years.
I actually went to a couple of those meetings way back.
So that's kind of a historic thing they're doing there, but their call is newer. They're a club that was, that's why they reached out to me for our local club, is they wanted to work message handling, but do kind of does a SCAD versus just trying to find a traffic net, which is, I'm sure, a psycho thing on field day. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
They're kind of a psycho thing on not field day.
Well,
hard to get into or hard to get traffic past sometimes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we'll be meeting with them about 10:15 tonight, so.
That's what I already was.
It's kind of a neat crew I've been talking with. You know, there's some of the same guys that operate the Whiskey 9 IMS, W9 IMS special event for the Speedway each year. Well, they don't do it for the Speedway, they do it in honor of the 500 and stuff. So, fan of the Indy 500, it's an Indiana thing. You know, our state quarter had the Indy car on it, as it should. So, I always thought our license plate should have that, and they almost never do. They did in like 1979 or something, a checkered flag with the state flag. And everybody was like, covered bridges and corn. I'm like, Indy car. Anyway, so. I mean, it's literally called Indy car.
Good evening. Who's your weather?
Hey, I'm Mike. How are you? Who are we gonna get now? How about whichever one? Oh, let's get N0 or N0 LD. Let's see if we can get him. So
Yeah.
we'll throw the RF in the sky at him.
So if you're just joining us, or joined us a little bit ago, so we're running field day, and this is actually communication mode on amateur radio called FT8, and it's really all done with computer over the radio, but it's
I got him.
mode to it. But
I got him. I got N old They're
Old.
4 Delta, Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma, and you
The old
know what?
icon's doing his job. So,
Yeah. It's actually working pretty good, so
the
we're.
temperature doesn't even come up. It's got a little temp gauge and everything.
Well, that's actually
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it is.
Well, we're in air conditioned room.
Yeah, it shows the voltage, and it shows that the ID is the amperage drawn. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah. Guess that's it. Who else are we gonna get? WW2G. Yeah, because we're drawing 15 amps. We're cooking. Working this power supply. It's staying plenty warm.
Yeah, well,
20 ampere. So
how many amps? We pulled 15 out of 20.
it claims it needs 25. I've never pulled more than 16 or so. So in any mode, it pulls more on VHF, I think. So
Yeah, well, yeah.
As-
the higher,
as you
higher the
would.
frequency, the less efficient things typically
Yep.
get. So.
see, now that I've got my clock synced better, people respond more often because it's not always going to decode because you've got to be right on. I've had trouble getting my NTP service running on this computer. I'm not sure. This computer's developing health issues. It's a little old already, so just keep it alive. But the radio's just hooked to the computer via USB because all your newer radios have built-in sound card and control and everything. It's handy. My
Yeah,
other
that's
radio
actually
had an
really
audio
handy,
interface that wasn't as handy. So.
Well, and none of mine have that.
Right.
Which is, my older one definitely doesn't. But
Right.
even my newer, older one doesn't have that. But yeah, so many of these new radios, they're almost a full-blown computer on themselves.
Oh,
So
yes.
hooking at computer to computers. They literally have USB.
Hey, look there.
I mean, my son, we're live. Oh, I should probably tell him we're live on YouTube right now.
It's just
Yeah, you should
TV.
probably tell me that before.
Hey, John, we're live.
Here's stuff.
Anyway. Is everybody still watching? Like, yeah, John made it. Oh, my.
I think our score last year was 1,700 something. Our top score for the Hoosier Same Club was 2,100 some odd back in the year 2000. I don't know if we're going to beat that today. They were running 6 alpha that year, and they were really cooking to have the number because they had 760 contacts that year.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah, those are good.
yeah.
Just trying to see how long we've been on it. How does it tell you that?
I don't know. Right here, 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Right on the nose, 30 minutes. And
Wow,
the
it is it?
first 10 minutes were quite awkward, so, but that's all right. We'll leave it as it is. It's alive, so.
We don't even live stream that long.
We didn't realize it had started, so this is
Yeah.
only the second stream we've ever
It's like,
done.
we live, oh, wow, we are live, yay.
Yeah,
Uh,
so, yeah. So we're gonna be out here till late, and then we both got commitments for tomorrow, so we're not even able to run the full field day period, but that's all right. So
Yeah.
it would run till 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, or whatever that is, UTC. So I'm gonna have the book in front of me somewhere. But
2 p.m. Eastern.
anyway, I guess that's about all we got. I hope you're working field day or will in the future, or just get out your radio and make a contact. Be active on the bands. It's a way to stay interested in the hobby. If you never use it, you get bored with it. You're especially bored if you never use it. And, you gotta do a little better than HTs. So, I mean, the HTs are great, but it's good to get into these other modes in operation too. I'm really gonna grab the microphone here in a bit and do a little bit of phone stuff, even though I don't get as many points. Just to do that, that's always fun. So,
Yep.
knock myself off. There we go. There we go. I thought I couldn't hear anything. I gotta lock my dial or set the drag on it more. There we go. So, anyway, till next time, I guess I'm Timmy.
I'm Nathan. We don't know where Justin's at.
He's out partying somewhere.
And he thinks it's fun to hang out
Out
with
in the
his
gutter or something.
friends from high school.
High school friend. He's a high school young. So, anyway, we'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching.
Let's see. How do I end stream? I'm just throwing push end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You really want to?
Okay.